Today on this James the Bike Guy, we're taking a look at some Shimano Alfine components. And in fact, the component we're taking a look at in here is the S501 crankset, which is a pretty nice Hollowtech 2 style crankset from Shimano for their Alfine urban lineup. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at everything that comes inside of this packaging. We'll find out any of the features or designs that are interesting about it. And then of course, we'll find out what it weighs. So if this kind of thing is interesting to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see more videos like this into the future. So checking out this crankset, you can see it's a pretty good looking setup. Now the S501 crankset is available in a few different varieties. It can either come in this gloss black finish like we have here, or it comes in a more satin color silver. The gloss black, I believe they call piano black, and that's quite true. And one thing that I like about it is as you go to the chain ring and the chain guard, those go to a more satin color to give it a little bit more contrast or a different look. Now speaking of that, the chain guard that's on the outside to keep your pant from getting caught, things like that, this is available where you can get it either with chain guard on the outside or a double one on the inside as well. So it's a nice thing depending on your setup that you can get a bit of extra protection. Now talking about the backside, the chain ring that comes on it, this is a stamped steel style chain ring. Works perfectly fine, and it's available in a 42, 39, and a 45 tooth setup. In this particular case, we're checking out the setup with the 39 tooth, and then the forged aluminum crank arms. This is going to be the 170 millimeter length. Now the length of these crank arms, they are also available in different sizes. You can get it in both a 170 or a 175 millimeter crank arm as well. Now, the thing that changes when you get the double or the single on your chain guard there is going to change where the chain line shows up. So on this setup with the single, it's got a 42.7 millimeter chain line, and with the double, it goes to 49.2 millimeter chain line. Moving on from there, we should talk about the spindle. This is the standard 24 millimeter Hollowtech 2 spindle that you'd find on SLX or better setups, different things like that. And you know what? It works pretty well. And a nice thing to mention is when you get the crankset, it does come with a Hollowtech 2 style bottom bracket for a threaded setup. So this does come in the package. So basically with the crankset, bottom bracket, you're pretty much good to go. So now that we've taken a look at some of the features on this crankset, let's go ahead and find out what this weighs. So we'll get our scale down, and you'll see with the crank and the crank arm, we're coming in at 805 grams, which is certainly not the lightest setup in the world, but considering this is supposed to be a very durable setup for usage in the city or an urban environment, it makes perfect sense. Well, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. It's nice to know when people enjoy it, so hit that like button while you're at it. Be sure to be subscribed, that way you can see more videos like this into the future.